We're here with Baker University head women's basketball coach Ben Lister as we prepare for the Hart Conference Tournament. Coach, you had a really successful senior day, knocking off number 19 Benedictine. Recap that senior day for us.
Yeah, it was a great win for us for a lot of different reasons. You know, it's always tough to play your rival on a senior night because you know the emotions are already there, and then you got to play a team that's a very quality team in Benedictine. So, you know, going out and playing in that type of game, it's almost like a tournament type of game just because of all the emotions and the quality of opponent. So it was good for us. You know, we'd struggled a little bit at times over the last month and a half. I think we would all agree upon that. But we've won 3 of our last 4, and then we finished the regular season with a very good win against a good Benedictine team, a team that I believe we led from pretty much the beginning of the game through the entire game. So I thought our girls played very, very well, not only against Benedictine on senior day, but played very well against Evangel. We put together a really good week and finished the season on a really strong note moving into the conference tournament. So it's an emotional night. You know, it's always hard to realize that your seniors are about to graduate and you may not have them obviously for much longer. And you know, just knowing they're moving on in their lives, and you know, you're excited about their next step, but it's tough to see kids go when you invested so much in them and they put so much into the program. Those 3 have done an outstanding job for us. They've had a ton of success, both individually and collectively for our program. Have been a part of a lot of really important wins, and we'll walk away here with a great legacy as far as what they've done to help our women's basketball program be successful.
Yeah, key to that victory on Saturday, Benedictine wasn't able to cut into that lead. You know, they were able to get to 8, maybe 6 points, and then you guys would pull away. You know, what do you take from that aspect, the fact that you guys really closed it out and had a big fourth quarter?
Well, I think closing games has been something that we've struggled with, to be honest. We've seemed to have one quarter where we just absolutely didn't show up, and that's really hurt us. The thing with this team is, you know, at times we've let that snowball on us, and we didn't really get ourselves back into the flow. I felt like the entire game we never panicked. We continued to share the basketball. We continued to defend as a team, and do the little things right, even when things were maybe going against us a little bit. You know, Benedictine, I think, got the lead 2 or 3 maybe in the third quarter, and then we really pulled away with a nice stretch. We didn't panic, whereas in the past we started to kind of panic and do too much one-on-one, and try to take over the game. In that aspect, I thought we continued to stick with our game plan. We found the shots that we wanted. We were patient within our offense. We took high percentage shots. We made ourselves really difficult to guard. Benedictine does not usually give up 79 points to anybody. So, you know, that was a testament to how well we played on the offensive end. And, you know, the efficiency of what we did down there was the difference in the game. And we got enough stops down the stretch to obviously pull away and knock down our free throws. You shoot 14 for 15 from the line, it really helps you as well. So just pleased in all aspects of how we played and sent the seniors off the right way. You know, you don't want to lose to a rival on your senior night, and those 3 girls deserve to go out with a win and give us the momentum moving into the conference tournament this coming week.
Yeah, now it's postseason, so Mount Mercy comes in here Tuesday night, and then it's a little different. You know, the bracket reseeds, and then you'll see where you go from there. But last year, you guys put together a huge run, won the conference tournament championship. You know, what do you hope to bring into this postseason? You know, do you try and look back at what you did last year? You know, what do you hope for this postseason?
Well, I think there's always key components that you can pull from, you know, prior years and going through the experience. You know, for one, the kids have played in the championship game, and they've played the championship game the last 2 years in the conference tournament, so they're used to winning in the conference tournament. They kind of know the expectations and the environment. The crowds are a little bit bigger. The intensity is a little bit different. And you know, it's win or go home. You know, so we can definitely build off of that. This team is much different than the 2 teams we've had in the past. So I think that's probably about the end of the similarities, is other than the fact that we played and won and shown we can win the conference tournament. This group just plays a different style of basketball. We're a much more offensive-oriented team, and we don't have quite the same defensive ability that we've had in the past. We've had to find different ways to kind of, you know, blend what we do well and become the kind of team that we need to be, and it's taken us some time to figure out that process. But, you know, we're going to go into each game and approach it each individually. You know, the championship game doesn't matter until you win the first one. We're happy to have a home game in the first round. I think our league is as difficult and as tough as it's been since I've been here. I think we say that a lot, maybe say that every year, but we've got 6 teams in our conference right now that I believe have 20 or more wins and one that has 19. So you could be looking at 7 teams in the second round total with 20 or more wins. I don't think anybody else in the country can say that. So it's going to be very competitive. You know, the reseeding will be really interesting to see how that plays out. We have some ideas of some places we might end up playing or how things could shake out. But right now we're just focused on Mount Mercy, who gave us you know, a really tough game when they came here the first time. I think we were down 9-0 to them early, and just didn't show up and start very well. So they have our full attention, and that's all we're focused on right now.
Last thing for you, also part of this video, we are featuring Sydnie Hanson. She became just the second women's basketball player at Baker to be an academic all-district player from CoSIDA, the organization. You know, you've had a lot of great things happen in your program here, but now to have a second in that list is pretty special. Talk about Sydnie and the type of player and student she is.
Well, just for clarification, she's no longer Sydney. We call her Margaret or Margie. So if I accidentally call her Margie on the video, just everybody knows that's her nickname, and we won't explain it, but that's where we're at. So she's done a great job. She's grown up a ton, not only as a player, but from a leadership standpoint. I think when she came in here, she was very one-dimensional in her game. She was pretty much just a shooter, and she's become a complete player, and we're very proud of how much she's grown as a player. I've told her multiple times I think she's grown more than any other kid I've ever coached here at Baker, and it's been a lot of fun to watch her just turn herself into the kind of player that she's become. And for her to win that award just speaks volumes about the fact that she just doesn't do it on the floor. She does it in the classroom as well. I think we had 4 kids that probably got nominated to be scholar athletes. The fact that she made CoSIDA just, to me, again, shows that our kids do it the right way on and off the court, and that's what we really try to sell to them, and we take a lot of pride in that. And for her to win that award, that'd be our second one, I believe, in the last 3 years. It's pretty awesome. So proud of her, proud of the work she puts in, both on and off the court. We do give her a little bit of a hard time because she's an elementary education major, and kind of tease her about what she's probably doing, but she's done an outstanding job, and we know it's a difficult thing to do, and she's getting ready for student teaching and everything else like that. So glad she'd be able to focus on both, because it's very demanding to try to do both, and she's done a great job of that. Very, very proud of her.
I may ask, why do you call her Margie?
I'm pretty sure that's her middle name, if I remember right. I think I can't remember if somebody in her family used to call her Margaret or Margie when she was little, and then I had 2 Sydneys last year, so that was an easy way for me to separate them. One was Margie and the other one was Sid or Bobby, so they both had nicknames. It's just I call her name Margie in the middle of games now, so I don't even remember her first name half the time. But yeah, that's kind of what we've gone with, and she's gotten so used to it, she responds to it all the time. So yeah, she's Margie to me now.
Well, thanks, Coach. We'll see you Tuesday night, 7 o'clock.
Thanks.
All right, we're here today with senior Sydnie Hanson. Sydnie had a big senior day. The Wildcats took down number 19 Benedictine. How was the whole senior day experience for you?
Well, at first, it didn't really hit me. I was telling Tom this. It didn't really hit me that it was senior day. It didn't hit me that it was my potentially last home game. I kind of just, thought of it as another game, and it honestly didn't really hit me until after the game ended and we were doing the senior video in the locker room, and I was just, I had some tears in my eyes, but it was a great experience to be able to beat Benedictine. I was a little bit nervous about it, but, we played together as a team like we've been doing the past couple games, because we didn't do that for a good stretch there, but we played as a team, and I think we played really, really well together, and I mean, it was a huge deal that we beat them on my senior night, so it was a really good day.
Sydnie, on senior day, you guys took down number 19 Benedictine, and they weren't really able to crack your guys' lead. They were able to get to 6 points, and then you guys had some big shots down the stretch. But what do you hope to take from a win like this heading into the postseason?
I kind of hope to take this for us as a team, just to show how good we are when we play together. There's been multiple players this season, who, me included, who, we kind of panic sometimes in situations where where the defense is, not letting us run our dribble drive, and, multiple of us feel like, okay, well, we have to score, and it causes us to not play together as a team. And, I just think that if we get the ball moving, if everyone sees both sides of the floor, everyone touches the ball, we play so much better. We find open shots instead of just doing one pass shot offense, and I just think that I hope that how we played against Evangel last Wednesday and then against Benedictine on Saturday, I hope that it carries over into the postseason for us and shows us that when we do play as a team, we're really, really good. So.
Yeah, you were a starter on a team that won the Hart Conference Tournament Championship last year, and you guys went on a nice run. What do you remember from last year's conference tournament, and how can you help lead these girls into the upcoming tournament?
Honestly, what I remember from last year is a lot of nerves. That was a huge game, and my first 2 years I didn't really play much, and so to have me be a starter, a starter like so suddenly, I guess, and not really expecting last year to play the minutes that I did. I guess I was just really nervous to be in that game. But also I just remember how amazing it felt. The crowd was great. Just like the feeling, like the adrenaline, every time we scored, and like the same thing. Last year, we talk about our team last year all the time. We played together on defense and offense. And, I just think going into this postseason, we need to do what we did against Benedictine. We played great defense as a team. We played great offense as a team. And we need to, I guess, to carry that over into the other games. Like in practice, we need to keep working on that. And just like in games, like, against Mount Mercy on Tuesday, we need to make sure we're focusing on not only being good on the offensive end, but being good on the defensive end as well, and holding them to the amount of points that we think we should hold them to.
Last thing for you, this last week you were named a CoSIDA Academic All-District Player, so just the second in the history of the women's basketball program. The other was point guard Erica Simpson, but we talked about it earlier about some of the credentials and things you need to be a part of this list, but what does this mean to you to earn this award?
Well, I'm the kind of person, I've always taken my school work really, really seriously. I've always said that school comes before basketball, no matter how much I love basketball. So it's really, really nice to be recognized not only for what I've done on the court, but what I've done academically. So when I didn't even know. I honestly just looked on Twitter and saw my name. And it was like a rush, honestly. I was like, wow, I didn't even know that, because I saw Erica get nominated for it a couple of years ago, and I was really, really happy for her, and I was like, oh, I'm never going to get that, And so when I did, I guess it was just like a really good feeling of accomplishment, knowing that, I took care of business on the court and off the court. So it was a really big accomplishment for me.
Yeah, congrats to you on that. We're all very proud of you for that. Well, tip-off tomorrow night, Tuesday night against Mount Mercy, 7 o'clock. So we hope to see a big crowd out there, and thank you for your time.
Yep, thank you.